Good morning, everyone. Let's get back to the Tour de France 2026. Today we're going to cover what to expect for stage 6. So after the sprinters had their day in Pau, the Tour heads straight back into the mountains. And this time it's serious. Stage 6 brings the Col du Tourmalet, one of the most famous climbs in cycling, followed by a brand new summit finish the Tour has never used before. 186 kilometers, over 4,000 meters of climbing, and this is the day we finally find out who's actually strong. Let's break it down. The route. The stage starts gently, around 40 kilometers of valley roads out of Pau, through Lourdes, before two smaller warm-up climbs, the Col de Tourmalet and Col du Tourmalet. Then the real day begins. First comes the Col du Aspin, 12 kilometers at 6.5%. Tough but manageable. Then after a fast descent, the Col du Tourmalet, 17 kilometers at 7.3%. And brutal in the second half, with long sections hovering around the 9%. It crests about 2,100 meters above altitude. After the Tourmalet, there's still a long descent and one final climb, 18.7 kilometers up to Gavarnie-Gedre, a village the Tour has never finished in before, right at the foot of the UNESCO World Heritage Rock Amphitheater. Why this stage matters? This is the first true mountain test for the Tour, and the first real threat to the yellow jersey. After a chaotic breakaway on stage 4, Norwegian rider Trostin Tryen has been sitting in yellow with a big but fragile lead, while the major GC favorites are still several minutes back. The final climb to Gavarnie-Gedre only averages 3.7%, so on paper it doesn't look savage, but that's deceptive. It comes after the Aspin and the Tourmalet have already emptied everyone's legs. Riders who are already at their limit before that final climb will find those last 18.7 kilometers far harder than the gradient suggests. This is exactly the kind of stage where the real damage happens on the climb before the finish, not on the finish itself. So, what to watch out for? Watch the Tourmalet closely. That's where the big teams are likely to isolate rivals and force the yellow jersey into a long defense. And keep an eye on the breakaway too. A stage finishing on a long, draining climb rather than savage summit is often one where an escape group has a real chance of surviving to the line, while the GC battle plays out just behind them. So, that is stage 6, the day the real Tour de France begins. If the Tourmalet gets raced hard, we could see genuine gaps open up between the favorites for the first time this year. I'll be back with stage 7 preview once the dust settles at Gavarnie. If you're following along the whole tour with me this year, please hit subscribe so you don't miss a stage. Look pro, ride slow, see you on the next stage. Bye.